Go about Mel, and this is one of the most underrated techniques. We're going to go through to a couple of options from here. I'm on the turtle position, so turtle basically means like I'm down my elbows and my knees, and Mel's got a waist lock on me, so she's got a hold around my waist. We'll show how to get to this position shortly, okay? So we're in the position where I'm here, and Mel's kind of gone side back, and she's got a good grip on me. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to teach for Mel's position here. What Mel's going to do is she's going to drive her right elbow underneath me and roll her head underneath me, so her waist like that. Now she does a small bridge and bridge onto the back of her neck, rolls me over and comes to top position. Right off the camera, perfect. Okay, so again, so this is, it's called a waist lock rollover. So we're in a position where I'm here and Mel gets good. So the concept is Mel wants to get all her weight underneath me and then bridge. And as she bridges, she throws me over to get me on top. She can then grab my arm and get to the top position to start to mount, arm bar, choke, etc., etc. All the good things that happen in BJJ. So the part that I see people fail on this one is they don't drive their head under, and when they go to roll, the person's fight smashes them straight onto their head. So it's really important that we're driving under. The second thing is on the bridge, if you put your hips high, so if you come up with your feet and do like a big bridge, my weight's going to come off you, not on you. Let me explain again. So from here, so Mel's got from here, and I'm generally like fighting like I don't want to be here. So as Mel comes under, gets deep. Now, as she pulls forward, she bridges, so it's a massive big bridge, and that'll take my weight up and over, exaggerated from my point of view, so there's no weight on her. And as I'm trying to push, I'm going to try and push away, that gives the upgrade. Make sure you take the arm, because now you're in a really good position. What you will find sometimes is that your left hand will get caught underneath my body. It's annoying, but trust me, it's more painful for the person underneath because I've got this like arm. I've got one arm pulling back, it's got the other, and I'm in this no man's land, which is really hard for me to deal with. So what I find from Mel's point of view is I leave it there, and they will kind of eventually go, oh, the arm's holding there, and they'll take the weight off it for you. So I know it's annoying, but it's like 15 seconds of oh man, you know, sooner or later they'll work out the person on the bottom. For me to be able to move, I have to get rid of that arm, and they'll move for you. Right, so when you get there, that's one of the biggest questions. I go, hey, my arm's caught, my arm's stuck. I'm like, yeah, it is, but it's not all about you.
It is.
It's not. It is. One more time. It's all about you. No, okay. So, waist lock, and they're going to find one of the common things. They're going to try and grab you, and like, wow, wicked, because they're pulling me, and like, oh man. So this is that part, the hands under. And I'm like trying to move, and I'm going to go like, yeah, and then, oh man. So it's going to give you the asset. Do it. Ah! Okay, so arm bar. Matt's new, so we're going to go nice and easy with Matt. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, guys. Okay. Small detail. And at no stage do I want my partner's weight to be on me. At no stage. I'm not going to roll underneath them and pull their weight on top of me and then them laughing like, you're an idiot, you pulled me on top of you. So it's really important that I'm taking my partner's weight over me, not onto me. Yeah, really important. So this is the bridge mechanic, right? So we're in the position, I'm here. So as the commander, I'm bridging. Okay. So the bridge is I'm throwing my hips higher than my head, and that will make his weight come off me. No, so this, I don't want you to do this, right? Don't do this. I don't like showing don't do it, because everyone goes, oh, that looks good, I'll do that. So what I see, they go here, they drive under, and they flat, and they go, yeah, and mine just steps over onto the mountain, and it's like, oh man, and he's like, you idiot, you know? Or, well, thank you, would be nice. Jeez, man. Thank you, much better. Okay. So when I'm underneath them, bridge, hips higher than my head, slow motion, grip, and here, hips higher than my head, hips higher than my head.
Do you need to have your knee line behind his knee line?
No, I need to have my hip line on his hip line.
Okay.
So it has to be hip to hip.
Okay.
Because if my hips go high, his hips go high. So, but what I mean by that is, if I'm too far forwards, when I do this, like I'm here. If I bridge, I can't run, over. So I need to be on the hip line. It's what you call a waist swap. I need to be on their waist. Your grip mechanic, honestly, depends on their girth, how big the lasso is. I like this grip because I can squeeze the grip in easier. I've had people do that. I've had people do that. Honestly, right now, it's irrelevant. It's the mechanics that's more important than the grips. 1, 2, 3. Emma, grab your place. So we're in a position where we'll teach you guys how to get here very soon, where I'm on all fours and Emma's top over. So like I've done a leg shoot and go around the front back. Like I've done the leg shoot and she's grabbing around the armpits, you know, like, and what she wants to do is put a weight on the back of my neck. So this is really hard for me to move. First thing is I plant my elbows and start to walk my legs backwards, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. This is the part that I see everyone have trouble with. People step up. So now I'm carrying Emma's weight through my back. This is particularly hard to move. So what I do is I'm stepping out. I slide my post knee under and I drive and try and elbow Emma in the head with my opposite hand. If I do, it's 100% by accident, not done on purpose. Drive through. Now, I'm facing this way. Whatever you do, you've got to keep going this way. What I see people do is they go, ha ha, and they try and run to the back, and it's like, oh man, I'm in the worst position ever. So, the way we look at it is we're facing their bum, we're going to run at their bum. I say bum one more time, bum, okay? So, bum. So, number 1, create space, back, 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 3 backs. Step, post on your elbow, lift my knee, switch my knee, back elbow. Drive your head onto their back, come up, and here. And this is, ironically, the position we were just in before. Oh, interesting. Okay, and again. I don't know why you guys pay for this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Post, elbow, elbow, elbow. Switch, head, drive. Head goes under and you can body roll from here. So if you want to do the whole sequence, you can do the whole sequence. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the issue isn't the space, it's that she's controlling my shoulders. That's the issue. So when Mel gets a hug over and has a weight, her weight's distributed evenly through my shoulders. If I switch and my base stays there, I can't move because her weight's through my shoulders. So what I'm seeing some of you doing, you're doing really good, compliment sandwich. However, when you step, you're stepping up. So Mel's weight is still distributed evenly through my body. And if I try and switch here, she says, and I'm going to get, and this is really awkward for me to move now. This is actually a worse position. Possibly one of the worst positions I've ever been in my entire life. You know what I mean? Like, so I need you guys to her shoulder weight. If I'm taking her shoulder weight to my right, I'm popping out to my left. I'm creating a lasso or a space to pop out. And that's the part that I'm saying, your shoulders are still flat and the compliment sandwich. But you're doing really good. Your first part's fantastic. So let's just get the second part or the third part good. So, hugs. Number 1, take the weight off me, backwards, backwards, backwards. Drive her weight off me so her shoulders and her weight is off me. This is the part that is really important. I can be on my hip, I can't be on my back. Put my weight on my head and come around. And I've got a really heavy head. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is everyone's doing really good. 1, 2, so people, they're trying to go through here without the back elbow. And even if you elbow here, yeah, you know, like worst day of my life, kind of, my face, you know, so I really need you guys to back elbow to take their weight off, but it's not taking their weight, it's turning their shoulders so the weight's off me. And they'll do one of three things. They'll hold on for dear life, they'll fall over. They'll let go, you can wrestle up. They'll back off, you can wrestle up. So all three options are pretty good for me. So last time, here you are. Okay, so 3 backwards, 1, 2, 3. Post, back elbow, create space. First, step in. Heavy head, come round. 5 under, big bridge. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to talk to you about guard passing concepts. And to pass the guard, you have to create space. If my legs are tied around you, you can't pass my guard. At some stage, you have to open up my guard. But so number one is Emma's going to be trying to create space. And I normally have a grip, the collar and sleeve grip, and Emma's pretty good. So she starts to open up the guard, and you know that stage where you kind of go, man, I've lost my guard. And at this stage here, this is a really defining moment about what I have to do versus what Emma has to do. And if my defense doesn't match her offense, she'll generally win the battle. I.e., like if I kind of go, oh man, the arm's here, I'll do an arm, but if I throw my leg over, the guard pass. If I kind of go, I'm going to do a collar choke and I pull Emma as hard as I can forward, she can just run, she doesn't even have to do anything. Like if her hand, I go hard pull forward, she just goes through my guard. You know, so there's options that we have. So once my legs are open, what I'm going to do is the space is usable for her to pass, but this is also usable for me. So number one, I'll put a roadblock in the way. I can't bring my knee through because Emma has inside position. So I'll put a roadblock up. And the roadblock will be, she's got control on my leg, control on my leg, so the roadblock's pretty much here. And it's a stiff arm. I'm not grabbing the gi, it's simply a stiff arm. Once again, I don't want to grab because that's a pulling mechanic. I don't want her to progress any further. Number two, and this is the subtle nuance that makes this really important, is this: I bring my knee to my chest and I bring my foot onto the hip. I bring my knee to my chest, foot on the hip. In one motion, I'm going to talk you through. Push, backstroke, kick, wrestle up. So I get to my wrestle position. So I have to get the inside with my left arm. I have to get the inside with my left arm. So we're going to go slow motion on this one once again as I get my grips. I'm feeling pretty good. I reckon I can beat her. Oh, she's opened my guard. This is bad. Frame systems to stop the progress. Knee to chest first of all. Fine. Now, what I find for me works best is I try and center line on my partner, and this will stop any running around to my back, etc. So what I do is I center line to my partner and I shoot from here. And I get a very clear shot at my partner. The difference is when I'm here and I'm coming up and I come up and I go disengage, I go the unhook. The downfall is my partner still has options to move. They can big step with their right leg straight over my back, so big step, and you know, like they have options to attack me. So if I put myself into a game where it's even and they have options, I have to kind of go, what if that, what if that, what if that, what if that? So if I back out and shoot straight, the biggest thing I have to worry about them is sprawling on me.
But don't you open yourself up for things like anaconda or...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Okay, so first of all, Das, anaconda, guillotine. Yeah.
Any of those, yeah.
Yeah, all of them. Everything. That's great. Close. Kick. Now remember, hand, boom, boom, Das, anaconda. Okay. Now, have a think about it this way. The lasso is bigger on my right hand side, it's smaller on my left hand side. So if you can't see, so Emma's arm on this side, on my left side, is super tight. So here, back, back, step up, back stroke on the Das, the anaconda, heavy head, come round, and body lock. Whether it's a DAS, whether it's an anaconda, whether it's a guillotine, whether it's a sprawl, I do exactly the same thing. Now, it's so much easier if you just have to remember. Instead of, oh, it's a DAS, I have to do this. It's an anaconda, I have to do that. It's a guillotine, I have to do that. So I'm just going, like, irregardless, I'm doing the switch out. No matter how she grabs me, I'm just doing what my coach told me to do. You guys should really listen to your coaches. Yeah. So from here, once again, here, boom, frame, back. Kick it, yes you can, but knees, boom. Okay, so this time, the space is on the opposite side. So, back, switch, drive, body lock, come under, boom. I'm doing nice to my partner, come on top, from here. Take the arm off the camera. I win, it's okay guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. So your stiff arm will dictate who gets the top position, who gets the bottom position. Your stiff arm, right? If my arm bends, Mel has the opportunity to shoot on me. And if my arm's straight, she'll find it really hard to shoot. Okay, so we're in the position, legs are open. Remember, we're not grabbing the gi, it's a stiff arm. So the part that's going to make this better, and what I see changes, is that people kind of go here, they get here, and as they're coming up, this hand bends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, as I come up, by default, Mel's actually, because she's underneath me, and she'll get the takedown on me. So that's the biggest issue. So when you have the stiff arm, is the same deal again. Right, just going to slide you back a little. We need like one of those cameras that follows you, no? $900, please.
Come back in a month's time.
Right?
We'll come back in a month's time.
So, post. This is a part. There's no way you can shoot. Pretty much, there's even no way she can sprawl on me. So I really need that little bit of gusto behind it, that little bit. The biggest thing is anytime that I'm grabbing and pulling, I'm going to put them on top of me. They have the option to come on top. The thing about it for me is that, like I mentioned, this is one of an infinite, within reason, amount of possibilities that can happen. So open the guard up, stiff arm, push, here, fight. This is pretty much what will happen sometimes as well. So all the stuff we just practiced in class becomes another void, what a waste. We could just push them over. Do the technique, 1, 2, 3. Change partners, please. So this will be the last kind of sequence, and it's off the guillotine choke, and they've got both hands in, or they've got both hands, whatever. Just as a general, if they're looping at one, there's generally the lasso slightly bigger on one side. If they've got the double hand grip, the height, there's generally like not much space on the other side. So we'll talk you through. And this is the last one of the sequence, which is a guillotine. I shoot on my partner and they catch my neck on the guillotine. I don't want to have to kind of go, it's a guillotine, I need to have an alternate method or whatever like that. We're going to have the same method, but we're just going to modify it slightly. Go, no. So the issue that happens is generally I shoot, my hands are out, and she'll go, so both hands are on my neck, please. So, yeah, so we kind of get this. Now, like I said, see how Mel has got the standard guillotine, so there's always a space because the elbow's out, so she's trying to, and I understand that, she's trying to lift my neck up, so I go with it, elbow, and I roll. So I will kimura her, I will shoulder lock her on that one as well. So if they're going hand out, I'll go slow motion again. Right, it's here. So first things first is create space. So as she's trying to lift me up, I walk backwards. So this will help open like this huge gap. Number 2, post, step, and just hold it. I don't have to make it tight, just hold it. So now, as I'm switching, just going to put the pressure on the shoulder. I'll make sure I block her so she can't roll over, but I'm out of the guillotine. We're going to go to this one here now, which is both hands on. So this is like a high end, so we're going to go around the neck, grab the hand and pull it in. So this is like this one's a super tight guillotine, and I have to react to this one really tight. It's one of those ones that's pretty much on instantly, so I have to respond. But being in mind, like I shoot, boom, hands come through, boom. So first thing, stop the down. You're out of the guillotine. That's the best advice I can give you. Because she wants to choke the front of my neck. Oh, spin to the ground. The best advice I can give you on that one. You're not going to get tapped in the game, but you're not in the best position. But you're not getting tapped. Yes, babe.
So if they have,
The chin strap.
do you roll then the opposite direction of the
So
fingers?
that's a really good question. So Mel's got the chin strap here. So the issue with the chin strap is it gives me a lasso. So on the chin strap, I generally go the same switch out as I've done. Now, this looks like Mel's still got the guillotine, which she has. Okay. Hold, lock, roll. I don't want her stepping over, so I just block the leg out. So if they're going chin strap, it's generally that one hand, because they're pulling,
Yeah,
that
to
less,
go-
yeah. So I kind of go with the lasso that side. If they're going the high end, spin to your back. Now, I have a system I use, right? And it's kind of fun. I've enjoyed this quite a fair bit because it annoys the shit out of people, which, you say, life goal. Except for my beautiful wife. Okay, so high end guillotine. Okay, so I'm like, oh man, so back, drop, roll, catch, and I end up switching to a choke on my partner.
Ooh, can you show that again?
What?
Can you show that
No.
again?
YouTube channel.
Turn the volume up. Maximum. Double maximum.
No. Okay, so because both hands are committed to my neck, her neck is exposed. Both hands are committed to my neck, her neck's exposed. Slow motion. Okay, so here, back, drop and roll from here. Now I'll just put my hands through and get hold of of her lapel. I've got her arm, and I can hangman choke from underneath. It opens up so many possibilities on this. It's great.
Good for you.
Okay, so we'll just finish off with the chin strap, the Das Anaconda or the guillotine, and just have a little bit of fun with that. 1, 2, 3. Last 2 minutes, guys. Thank you.
Swap partner.